morning. Good morning.
Guess what? I'm sad because she's in Maine, but I'm going to do my best. Let's go.
Woo!
What's up? We had a lot of people coming in here. Can you show them on the screen?
They know.
Christy Star, good morning to Natalia. Yeah,
Jenny,
go ahead.
And Chandra. Let's see. We got Jerry Walt in the house.
Jerry Walt.
Romance. Good morning, Christine. And hey now, Brad. Hey now.
Turnus.
Let's see. Kimmy's in the house. And good morning, Jenny. Beautiful Jenny.
Jenny. Hey, Jenny. Love you. How about Carolyn Falconer Horn? She's going to be on my show today. You're frozen. Hey, what's up? I can't see you at all. Can you hear me? Give me some feedback. Laura seems to be frozen. I am not. Can you tell me if you can hear me at all? Because I can't hear you at all, Laura. Well, I can't see because she's frozen. So let her come back in, and I'm just going to do the show for now. So I really appreciate you. So by the way, I'm going to have Carolyn Falconer Horn on my show today at 11 o'clock Eastern Time. We're going to have some fun. I'm going to ask her a question. She's going to ask me a question. Totally impromptu. Anything that she wants to ask, I'll answer, and anything that I'm going to ask, she's going to answer. Question ourselves for greatness about aphasia and the bubble we find ourselves in. So I can hear you. Thanks for the feedback. I don't see Laura yet, so I maybe, let me see. My mom disconnected the internet. She forgot we're on our show. Well, I'm going to do it so without Laura. So today's subject is observation. And you can learn so much by observation, so much. And if you still yourself, and I have went out this morning really early to do my exercise program. I just was struck by the fact that nature was so beautiful. Have you ever seen kids playing in the park and just stopped and observed? Or you ever go to an art museum and you're struck by the beauty of the art, or seeing a statue that you've never seen before, or being in a store and it observed an act of kindness where somebody helped somebody get something out of the shelf. Or I was in a store one time and my grandmother, just my mother's mother, she didn't have any money, and we were really we were shopping for her at Christmas time. And I'll distinctly remember this. And we were behind the lady in the aisle, and we were checking out. And all of a sudden, she didn't have the money. Hey,
I'm back.
I couldn't post because you did the same. Let me tell this story really quick.
Okay.
So we were in line with my grandmother, and the lady checking out in front of us had 4 little grandkids with her. And all of a sudden, she was counting her pennies and trying to get enough for the sale. And all of a sudden, she said, the clerk said, "You don't have enough. What do you want to put? What do you want to put back?" It was Christmas time. So my grandmother took and paid the bill. And she said, "Son, go out and help her get the groceries in the car." What I didn't know, she had to go put all her groceries back. So this wonderful dinner that we were going to get, my grandmother put it back so she could pay for someone else's groceries. And I've never forgot that. Never forgot that. That simple act of kindness affected me in more ways than you can imagine. We still had a dinner. It was wonderful. It was the fact that I got to observe that act of kindness that struck me. I was 15 years old at the time. I'm 64 years old now. So it stuck with me for 50 years. 50 years. That one lesson stuck with me for 50 years. And so, Laura, can you explain what we're wanting to do about observing things that you can do while not talking, and just explain it, what we're wanting to do today?
Sure can. And sorry about leaving y'all for a second there. My mom totally forgot and disconnected the internet. So there I went, bye-bye, until it got rebooted. But today, it's a very important thing to observe, we believe. And with observing, when you can slow down the mind enough to not just think about what we already know and let that circle around in our head, and instead to just slow ourselves down to see things that are more times than not usually right in front of us. And with that, what we're asking you to do, and what we think would be a great exercise to do for all of us, is to find something, and whether that's been something you've already observed in the past or today at some point, but to take a picture of something that you are observing and something that you are able to learn from. So we don't realize is that usually everything that we look at, if we take long enough to look at it, to contain that, to not consume, to absorb what's
Yes.
around us, we can take something from that that's going to help us grow in one way, shape, or form. So to try that exercise out, it's interesting what you can learn in little things that are right in front of us. So if you could take a photo again of either something from the past or something from today that you're observing, like I was observing with Paul the other day, the beautiful creek in my mom's yard, and it's just gorgeous. But if you look and stare at it long enough, there's just so much beauty within it. There's so much like calming effect from just staring at the beautiful water just flowing through. You can hear the birds chirping in the background. It's being present with yourself and letting the chaos of the mind just slow down so that way you can take something else from the moment. That's something that's going to feed you.
For me, I was watching that short video. I just thought of my life, and the creek kept running and running. It didn't stop.
Mm-mm.
It didn't stop. Sometimes it takes a detour. Sometimes it runs a little slower. Sometimes it runs a little faster, but it always runs.
Mm-hmm.
It always runs. And the beauty of that thing, that the creek flowing,
Mm-hmm.
reminded me of my journey through aphasia. And I just was struck by that. And it meant a lot to me that you sent it to me. I've got really emotional about talking about my grandmother, by the way. I miss her. She died much too early, my mom's mom. Her name was Minnie Campbell.
Oh,
Minnie Campbell.
I love that.
Got married at 13 to my granddaddy, who was 18. They had all their kids before her 19th birthday.
What?
Yep.
Oh my gosh.
Yep. That's
crazy.
well, long time ago.
Yeah, I guess.
Yeah.
So what we're going to do is we're going to post in the Level 10 Hope Exchange page, we're going to post a picture of, actually, let me pull it up for you too. And then you guys put whatever it is that you've observed in the past or today. This is one for Paul this morning of observing the beautiful, beautiful water on his workout, if he hasn't mentioned that to you already. So we're going to post this, and we're going to then let you guys put in your photos below that in the comment section. So that way we can just see all the different ways that we're all growing and learning just by being silent and observing in the moment, slowing down our minds to take in each and every moment that passes us. And they're beautiful. Obviously, this is stunning. Absolutely stunning.
So today, I just hope you'll do that. By the way, if you've not yet joined the Level 10 Hope Exchange, you're going to need to do that.
Sure do.
So you can take part in this exercise, and I hope you'll do that. Refer some friends if you don't mind, exactly. And just all we want to do is build this community, and it's really an honor to be a part of it every day.
And we're all happy, peppy people, just looking for more hope in our lives and more positivity, which is very much needed nowadays. So it's a great place to go to get to fill yourself with that happiness and positivity and joy.
Yeah, it is.
What's wrong with that?
Can you remember one thing that you've traveled the world, done a lot of obstacle courses, done a lot of climbing? Can you remember one moment that you can share with us where you were struck by nature or being in the mountains or something like that?
Oh yeah, usually, well, when you're competing in those type of events, in obstacle course racing in the mud and all that, you're not paying much attention to the views that you're seeing more so than your feet and your placement, so you don't fall and hurt yourself, which I did, every once in a while. But there was one time in Montana, which if any of you have ever been to Montana, it is beautiful. I know some of you are from Montana or live there. But it's gorgeous. And they always put a really high obstacle at the top of the mountain. So that way people who are going through the course can look out at the beautiful views. But again, I never usually took the time to do that. And that one day in particular, I was like, you know what? I'm just going to take a second to look out. And it didn't cost me much of anything in time wise. It's just like, why don't I do this more often?
Mm-hmm.
You're busy focusing on the next thing. I'm too busy focused on the future and winning and all these things that are causing me this anxiety. But why not just take a breath and see what's all around you? And that was a special moment for me, just by myself, just looking up, not looking at my feet anymore, and enjoying what life has brought me to in that moment.
Yeah. I often wonder how much we let go by without noticing. We're so busy that we don't take the time to really observe and learn. So I think that's something we could all do a little bit better. In my case, can you read Kimmy's post, please?
I was going to read that. I wanted to just give a moment for you to finish your part. And what Kimmy said is, if I would have paid attention to the recipe I looked at first thing in the morning, I would have realized it wasn't the same one I looked at yesterday. Magical Monday. Rising from the bed, I already knew this is going to be a magical Monday for me. And I'm going to have to take it down for a second so I can read the rest. Magical Monday for me and for you. I thought I was prepared for today's magic of cooking, but then at the recipe, I was looking. Something here I did not pick up. I'm going to make do. Well, breakfast might be a cup shake. Actually, I was looking at the wrong recipe. So now I will concoct a
conglomeration.
That one. See, I'm not very great with words either. Of the two. And today's result is going to be Monday Magic. Signed, Kimmy.
Good for you, Kimmy. So I just really appreciate all of you tuning in. Montana is God's country. That's what Jenny DeSoto said. And I just hope you'll take some time and reflect on all the beauty around you. There's, things are beauty. You can see beauty in a lot of things if you look. So, Laura,
yes.
Anything else? Hey, by the way,
yes. What?
I love you and I miss you.
Oh, well, I love you and I miss you.
I do.
Can't wait to see you. But there is something else today. It is a special show because it is Monday and because it is the I Have Something to Say show at 11 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. And that is with the one and only, other way.
Carolyn Falconer Horn.
Over here, and Carolyn Falconer Horn. And what they're going to be doing is just talking about all different things. They're going to be actually on the spot asking each other different questions, and we're going to get some good answers, I'm sure. Very educated and good for learning and just moving forward in life and what they've done in certain parts of their journey. So don't forget to tune into that at 11 a.m. Eastern Standard Time on Paul's page. And it's going to be awesome because, well, let's just be honest, Carolyn is pretty amazing. And so are Paul.
Well, Christine said, when are you going home? Monday week, May the 3rd.
May the 3rd.
I'm just going to go to Maine and kidnap her.
Oh, so that's different. You didn't plan that one. I didn't know. I wasn't aware.
You're not supposed to be listening.
Oh, sorry. Yes, May the 3rd, I will be going back. Wherever Paul is at that time, I will be heading there.
Thank you very much. So we always say,
Yes, here we go. Bum-ba-da-ba, bum-ba-da-ba, da-da-da-da.
you are someone special because,
You are
and you were destined to be.
great. Great.
God doesn't sponsor any.
Flops or flip-flops.
You got that right.
Of course I do.
And you were put here designed for maximum accomplishment.
From birth.
Yep. So go be great because
You can.
nothing is impossible, nothing at all. We can do anything we set our minds to if we just
Believe.
look up for your answers and remember.
That.
Hey,
we both got it. Hope is on the way.
hope is on the way.
And to you, and you, and you, and you, and you, Paul, and myself as well. Let's not exclude anybody. All of you, all the way in the back.
Junior, Mama,
Junior, Mama,
Yeah.
Kim, everybody. So, with that, Sage, of course, she's my girl. She's my fur baby. But we hope you guys have a great day. Don't forget, so when I post the photo of Paul's observation, be sure to include your observation below that on the Level 10 Hope Exchange page. And tune in at 11 for I Have Something to Say with Paul and Carolyn Faulkner Horn. And we will see you at 11. And if not, we will see you tomorrow morning for Morning Coffee Live.
be blessed.
Love you guys. God bless.